Camera pans over a bustling city street. People rush past each other, absorbed in their own worlds. The sun reflects off towering skyscrapers. Narrator, VO. In a city where everyone is rushing, trying to be noticed, one man arrived, unnoticed by all. Cut to a sleek black car pulling up to a high-end café. A well-dressed man steps out. He's in his late 50s, Japanese, exuding quiet confidence. Despite his aura, people barely glance his way. Narrator, VO. This is Mr. Hiroshi Takeda, a billionaire in Japan. Known for his philanthropy, his tech empire, and his sharp mind. Yet today, in this crowded city, nobody recognized him. Sinidoi's interior, Café Day. The camera follows Mr. Takeda as he enters the cafe. The place is modern, minimalistic, and busy. People are chatting, typing on laptops, and scrolling on phones. Narrator, VO. He chose this cafe not for fame or attention, but for anonymity. He wanted nothing more than a simple cup of coffee. Mr. Takeda walks to the counter. The barista nods politely but doesn't make eye contact. Nearby customers glance at him, then quickly look away. A group of young professionals whisper among themselves. Customer 1, whispering. Who's that old guy? Customer 2, laughing quietly. No idea, he looks ordinary. Narrator, VO. Despite wearing a custom suit worth more than their cars, he was invisible. No one saw the billionaire behind the unassuming exterior. Scene 3. Ordering coffee, miscommunication. Mr. Takeda approaches the counter, looking at the menu. He speaks in Japanese to the barista. Mr. Takeda. Buratsuku kohi wo onegaishimasu. Black coffee, please. The barista, a young woman named Emily, frowns slightly, not understanding Japanese. She politely gestures to the English menu. Emily. Sorry, we only take orders in English. Mr. Takeda nods, smiles politely, and tries to repeat slowly in English. Mr. Takeda. Black coffee, please. Emily still seems unsure, typing something into the register. Meanwhile, customers nearby start whispering and giggling. Customer 3, whispering. Why is he speaking like that? Narrator, VO. Here, a man worth billions was treated like any other visitor. Dismissed, ignored, misunderstood. The struggle. Mr. Takeda glances at a chair and sits down, patiently waiting. His demeanor is calm, almost meditative. He takes out a small notebook and starts sketching quietly. Narrator, VO. Despite the lack of recognition, he remained undisturbed. He had learned that true worth does not depend on the attention of strangers. Cut to Emily, who is now nervously looking at him. Something about his calm presence intrigues her, but she doesn't understand why. Emily, to herself. There's something different about him, but I can't tell what. Camera slowly zooms in on Mr. Takeda's face, showing a faint, knowing smile. Narrator, VO. And this was the moment everything would change, not because he demanded attention, but because someone would finally see him. Emily walks over to Mr. Takeda with a gentle, friendly smile. She speaks in hesitant English. Emily, can I help you? Mr. Takeda smiles warmly, then speaks again in Japanese. Mr. Takeda, sumimasen, kohi o ippai onegai shimasu. Excuse me, may I have a cup of coffee? Emily's eyes widen in surprise. She realizes he is speaking Japanese, her second language from school. Emily. Oh, hai mochiron. Yes, of course. She suddenly becomes confident, switching entirely to Japanese, conversing naturally. Narrator, VO. And in that instant, the invisible man became seen, not for his wealth, not for his status, but for the shared language, the human connection that transcends appearances. Scene 6, the conversation. They talk quietly, both smiling. Customers glance curiously, noticing the unusual interaction. Emily. Why are you speaking Japanese here? Mr. Takeda. Sometimes being understood is more important than being noticed. Emily laughs softly. You're very polite and calm. It's different. Narrator, VO. Emily didn't know she was speaking to one of the richest men in the world. For her, he was simply a kind, patient stranger who had reached out in her language. Scene 7, recognition without fame. As they continue talking, the cafe owner walks by. He glances at Mr. Takeda, then checks his phone. An article about a tech billionaire appears. His eyes widen. Cafe owner, whispering. That's Hiroshi Takeda. The camera pans to other customers noticing, but Emily remains unaware. She is fully engaged in the conversation, laughing gently at a small joke Mr. Takeda made. Narrator, VO. True recognition sometimes comes quietly. Not through fame, but through genuine connection. Scene 8. Lessons in humanity. Emily brings the coffee. Mr. Takeda thanks her sincerely in Japanese. Mr. Takeda, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much. Emily, do itashimashite. You're welcome. Narrator, VO. In that simple exchange, a lesson unfolded, kindness, respect, and the courage to communicate can create bonds stronger than wealth, status, or appearances. The camera captures them sharing a small laugh. Outside, the city moves fast, oblivious to this quiet moment of connection. Scene 9, Ripple Effect. Other customers start noticing Mr. Takeda's calm demeanor. They watch in curiosity, a subtle change in energy in the cafe. The whispers fade into admiration. Customer 1. Who knew he was? A billionaire? Customer 2. Doesn't matter. He seems real. Narrator, VO. Money can open doors, but empathy opens hearts. And sometimes it's the smallest gestures, speaking someone's language, acknowledging their presence, and that create the biggest impact. Mr. Takeda sits by the window, sipping his coffee, watching the city outside. Emily cleans nearby, stealing glances at him with a smile. Narrator, VO. After decades of success, Hiroshi Takeda had learned a truth many forget. Recognition is fleeting, but understanding is eternal. Camera zooms into Mr. Takeda's thoughtful expression. Mr. Takeda, VO Japanese. True connection is rare. It is not bought, it is earned in moments like this. Scene 11, a subtle gesture. Mr. Takeda leaves the cafe, leaving a generous tip with a handwritten note in Japanese for Emily. Emily, reading the note. Your kindness today was worth more than gold. Thank you. She looks around, realizing the note was not just about the coffee, but about seeing her, her effort, her humanity. Narrator, VO. The note wasn't about money. It was about acknowledgement. A reminder that every human deserves to be seen, and every act of recognition is a treasure. Scene 12, Inspiration spreads. Emily shares the story with colleagues, still amazed. The cafe owner hangs the note on the wall, inspiring other staff. Cafe owner. Sometimes the richest experiences don't come from wealth, but from heart. Narrator, VO. And slowly, the story of the invisible, billionaire and the attentive waitress, spread not through headlines, but through simple, genuine human interaction. Scene 13, Closing reflection. Final shots of the city at sunset, people walking past, some noticing small acts of kindness in their own lives. Narrator, VO. In a world obsessed with fame and fortune, this encounter reminds us, real richness is found in understanding, empathy, and the courage to connect. Hiroshi Takeda, the billionaire who once went unnoticed, became remembered, not for what he owned, but for how he was seen. Camera fades to black with soft, uplifting music. End screen. Text on screen. Sometimes, all it takes is a kind word in someone's language to change the world around you.